Welcome back. Welcome back. Well, he is one of the stars of Wicked, and up until now, Ethan Slater has been most known for his Tony-nominated role in the SpongeBob SquarePants musical on Broadway. Well, now he's taking on the role of Bach in the movie version of Wicked. I had the chance to talk to Ethan, and let me stop here before I read. I went into this, I knew a little bit about him, but I was like, okay, I'll do the interview. I loved Wicked. I walked out of this interview, and I think you will too. I found him just to be very charming. I talked to Ethan about the audition process and what it was like to film the now blockbuster. Watch. I wanted to know, you're an important member of the Broadway community, and I was wondering, did you seek out any advice, or was there like a worry about that something would get stuck in your head and you might do something that someone told you to do instead of making it your own?
Yeah, you know, I'd seen Wicked enough that I think I had certain performances, you know, lodged in my brain and my memory in a good way. And so for me, I definitely, as soon as I started auditioning, I was definitely already at the place of being a little bit like, okay, I need to not try to recreate it, but remember the parts of it that really work, you know, like allow myself to really remember. I will say that I was doing a reading of a new musical with Christopher Fitzgerald, who played Bach on Broadway originally, where we were playing identical twin brothers on the same day that I made the self-tape for Bach. And
seriously?
I was too nervous to say it to him because I didn't want to be like, hey, Chris, I'm auditioning for the role that you sort of like made famous. And then I didn't want a week later to be like, yeah, I didn't get it, you know? So I didn't tell him. I just took a selfie with him. So I have a picture of me and Fitz on the day that I auditioned for Bach.
I love that. I think one of the things, I know I was listening to people in our press screening. I think one of the things that I love that John did, the practical sets. As a moviegoer, even if people don't know, I think they subconsciously get that it's different. As an actor, what was it like that first day, man, when you walk on the set and you see the practical sets? It's different for you, isn't it, as an actor, when you physically can touch the stuff?
Absolutely. It's like arriving to school for the first day and all of a sudden this thing that you had worries about and anxieties about and you didn't know what to expect, even if you'd seen pictures, all of a sudden it's right there and you understand it in an entirely new way. And I think you're talking about it coming through sort of like unconsciously or subconsciously to the audience. I think that that's true, but I also think that a reason why that is, for me at least, is that we're really interacting with the space and our performances are changed by the space. It's like one of the big tenets of a lot of sort of acting practices is to be influenced by the space and respond to it. And so being able to actually respond to the huge hallowed halls of Shiz or to the bright green Emerald City, to the huts in the Emerald City, to be opening books and there's words in there, to be spinning around on the library wheel and be able to pull out books from all of that is something that you respond to as an actor, and I think that it comes through in the performances.
Last question: Have you had a chance to see it with a normal audience yet? And if you have, because I know as a moviegoer, you wouldn't believe the responses.
Oh, wow.
Have you had that yet?
Not yet. I have to tell you, I wanted to, and I wanted to like go to a midnight screening when it came out, which was as we're talking, and I fell asleep at 11:59.
You did not.
Oh, I did. It was real disappointing. It was gonna be like, okay, at midnight I can like see the album. I'm gonna listen to the album for the first time, the soundtrack, and then maybe we'll go to a screening right after midnight. And I fell asleep looking at my clock.
Oh, can I tell you, 25 years in this business, I'm not just saying this, probably top 5 response from audiences. No joke.
Really? That's crazy. That's amazing.
Truth on that one. Truth. Number one ever reaction was seeing the J.J. Abrams Star Trek in 2008. I was at the Paramount lot seeing it with a bunch of shishi poo-poo critics, and I've never seen a response like that. Wicked is probably 2 or 3. Thanks, Ethan. When we come back, there are the things you don't get to see with the studio cameras. What happens before the show when we come back? Back in a moment.